It's a great pleasure to be here. I've been with 4 per mil from the very early planning stages at the time when I worked with FAO. And to me, it's not a surprise that soils and improvement of soil organic carbon is one of the key things that have been discussed at the Food Systems Summit. Our overarching theme was really to break the silos between the different areas of expertise, and that necessarily brings you to soils, because nothing has created and is creating more interdependent benefits than improving soil organic carbon. As you just said, I'm leading now WFP's global office in Berlin. And if you look at the whole agenda from a little bit of a different perspective, from a security and from a humanitarian perspective, then you will see that despite the fact, for example, that WFP has the highest volume of funding ever, it's 43% less than we actually need to address the needs of an ever-increasing humanitarian situation. This is not surprising. We know that climate change is going on. We know exactly that it is exacerbating the existing conflicts, that it is costing people's livelihood, that we do already have 30 million people internally displaced. But how do you reverse that? You cannot address that with humanitarian aid anymore. We have to take preventive action. We have to ensure that climate shocks are not translating into humanitarian tragedy. And working collectively on soil restoration on a global scale is ticking these boxes. Because on the first side, soil restoration is not difficult. Technically, it's not something which is difficult to do. The important point here is social engineering. You need to create a coherent societal understanding of what is needed. And often you are dealing with people who went even in armed conflict before, conflicts between herders and farmers. So you need to bridge those in order to create the conducive conditions for land restoration. But once you are doing that, you are mitigating the root causes of the conflict itself. You're replenishing the water tables, you are bringing up the fertility, you are creating ecosystems that are resilient to future shocks like extended droughts, and you are sequestering carbon, which brings all of these elements together. So my plea here would be particularly to funders, to financial institutions, bilateral donors, banks. We need to have holistic and predictable funding to really see all of the benefits of land restoration and improving soil organic carbon, which is often difficult to fund precisely because it's ticking so many different boxes. But the good news is it is happening. It came out in discussions in the Food Systems Summit with literally 10,000 of people. So we went a very long way since the launch of 4 per mil. And I see with great satisfaction an increasing global understanding of the central importance of soils. And I'm happy to be here and see that this work is going forward and that it's getting the traction and the attention it deserves. So with that, Paul, I would hand back to both of you, and my many thanks and greetings to Glasgow.